Hello, my friends. This is Rabbi Aaron Dubinsky coming to you today from the holy city of Jerusalem in the beautiful country of Israel, and it is just before Shavuos. Now, I haven't always had the best luck getting these things posted up in time for the Chag or for Shabbos, but let's hope that this time we will. With Hashem's help, it'll be up, and you get the benefit of some of these things. At least I hope it'll be a benefit. Shavuos is a very special holiday. It's the giving of Matan Torah. It's the giving of the Ten Commandments. The Aser Devrei Briot, the Ten Commandments. Actually, they're not really called the Ten Commandments. They're just called the Ten Utterances. Although the implication is quite clear. They were not called the 10 Suggestions. Okay? But we celebrate this as an anniversary. And that's good that we celebrate it. And it's good that we celebrate it as an anniversary. But it's something that we're leaving out sometimes I think is very important to remember. And we should be very cognizant of it as we go forward. This is a cosmic opening that occurs every year for the last 3,500, every year at this time. It's a special opening, a special connection between HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, and his children, us. It's a special opening. It's a time when heaven and earth come together. That's where the Ten Commandments came from. You notice when Moshe came down, he came down with 2 tablets with 10 commandments on them, 10 utterances on them, 10 whatever you want to call them on them, 10 very strong suggestions, okay? And he came down with these, and Midrash tells us that they were on sapphire. They were on this precious blue stone. Now, I don't recall reading anywhere where he took them up with him and said, please carve these. The reason is because he didn't bring them. They were a gift from Hashem as well. Wherever these came from, they came from a higher place. And this is what we have to deal with every year at this time. We are dealing with the fact that tonight and through tomorrow and to the next day in Shmutz La'aretz, and now this time is a time when we are closest to Hashem, when he says, I will be a God to you, you will be a people to me. It's a cosmic opening, for lack of a better term, where we are connecting heaven and earth for this one time, this one day. It means we're never closer to Hashem than we are right now. The things you want in your life, you want to get rid of this pandemic, now would be the time to ask. You want other things in your life, you want to move forward with things in your life, this would be the time to ask. Now is the best time. We stay up all night. It's a custom. Why do we stay up all night? Well, it's a tikkun. Most of you probably know this, but the fact is when the children of Israel were getting ready to get the 10 Commandments, they went to bed the night before and they slept. They weren't at all in anticipation, so excited they couldn't sleep. They were sleeping. So we now take it upon ourselves to try to make this correction, that we are so excited about this, which is recurring every year. We're excited about this. So we try to stay up all night in anticipation of the giving of the Matan Torah, the giving of the Torah. So we try to do this. And it's an important thing that we do. It's a good tikkun, and it helps us as well. Now, the 10 Commandments, we said, when we were told about them at first, we said, we will do and we will hear. This is a great compliment to us. It's a great compliment. We said, we will do and we will hear. We didn't know what they were. We'll do them, and then you can tell us what they are. A tremendous act of emunah. Tremendous act of emunah. However, it didn't stay that way. Again, remember, they didn't stay up all night, waiting in anticipation of the giving of Matan Torah. They just slept. That was one thing. Second thing, it says in Gemara Shabbos, that Hashem held up the mountain, Mount Sinai, above the Jewish people and said to them, accept my Torah, or this will become your grave. And I'll drop it on you, and that'll be the end of you. Now, I know a lot of us can be smart Alex from time to time, and I know a lot of us can have flip answers. But when you sit there, look at a mountain suspended above your head and are told it will become your grave covering if you don't do something, your answer is, yeah, sure, we'll do it, no problem. We're glad to do it. Why did this have to happen? It had to happen because we had to accept, because it was part of what was going to happen going forward, and because also it gave us an out. I know. Why do we need an out? Well, because we're human beings and we make mistakes. And sometimes these mistakes are just ridiculous, but we do make them. But this way we could say, yeah, we accepted them, but under duress. We had a mountain hanging over us and they're told either accept it or the mountain will cover you and that'll be the end of you. So we had an excuse. We had something that gave us a little bit of leeway. However, to our credit, during the time of Achashverosh, again, this is also the same part of the Gemara, we were able to accept him again upon ourselves, which we did. And that made it a permanent bond between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So these are some things that are important to remember. Now, as we're going forward, we still have this pandemic around our necks, on our world. Still got to stop for the most part, although we are beginning to come back. We are still not out of the woods yet. There are still things we have to do, still things we have to overcome. And the question keeps getting asked to me again and again, why is this a good thing? Why are all the bad things we seem to think bad, why are they good things? Because there's nothing bad. You have to remember, everything comes from Hashem. It all has a purpose, and that purpose, whether we see it or not at the moment, is always for our ultimate best. So, it's all good. It's not bad. It just seems bad because we don't see why it's good. I have a friend who's got a very important job in the United States, down by the border. And he was telling me, I don't understand it. I try to do so much. I try to give tzedakah. I give tzedakah. I daven. I do hitbodedut. I do everything you say I'm supposed to do. And yet the other day, there was a tremendous hailstorm. There was a tremendous rain. My roof got ripped off. Why do these things happen to me? I said, you're asking the wrong question, my friend. The question isn't, why do these things happen to you? The question is, what do I need to learn from these things? And I told him in his particular case, as in many cases, we get these things because they are supposed to be used to make us into the people that we are supposed to be. For any of those of you who, like me, were athletes when you were young, maybe you still are, you understand this. It's a concept that's very clear to you. For the week before a big game, I don't care, baseball, basketball, wrestling, football, you don't name the sport, you train, and you train hard, and it's painful, and it's exhausting. Why do you do it? That's not fun. Is that fun? No, that's not fun. But it's necessary. Why? To prepare you for what is to come. Like I told him in his case, this is to make you tougher. It's to make you prepared for what is to come. Didn't say you have to love it. You just have to appreciate it for what it is and not hate it for what it's not. Why do these things happen, the things that seemingly are bad? Why do we have terrible rainstorms? We'd much rather have sun all the time, wouldn't we? Yeah, but it's the rain that makes us truly appreciate when we don't have the rain, when we do have the sun. When things are tough at work, why do they have to be tough at work? So we will truly appreciate on the days when it's not tough. We have good days, we have bad days. We have seemingly bad days. We don't have bad days. Our world is controlled by a benevolent God. He's our Father. And like any father, what does he want for us? He wants for us what is best for us, which is not always what we want. I'm sorry, I wish it was, but it's not. There are a lot of things parents do for children. Children do not appreciate it at the time. 20 years later, they get it, but they don't appreciate it at the time. Same thing here. All these things are made to help you appreciate it. We had this pandemic. We couldn't go anywhere. We were stuck at home. And for all of us who've ever said the words, I don't daven because I don't have enough time. I don't learn because I don't have enough time. I can't spend so much time with my children and family because I don't have enough time. Where's the excuse now? You have the time. You just have to use it. And like I explained to one of the people I counseled today, you have to understand that your time is like a big brick of gold, a big rock of gold. When you take that rock and you melt it down, part of it is dross and part of it is actually gold. What you're hoping for is to get the most gold possible out of that rock. And that's what we need to think of in our lives. Each day is like gold. We need to get as much out of it as we can. If we can't go to work, spend time learning, spend time davening, spend time loving your family and getting closer to them so you know who they are and they grow up knowing who you are. These are opportunities. The things that are tough for us now are there because they're to make us stronger, to make us appreciate the times when we do not have them. If we're broke today, it'll make us truly appreciate when we do have money. So many things, and everything is like that. Anything that goes bad to you, for the most part, is to prepare you to understand that a better time is coming. You will greet it in a much more prepared way, being much tougher, much more able to handle it, and we will truly appreciate it. And if we do that, we will help to bring the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu and the building of the third Beit HaMikdash, B'mehera v'yameinu. Everybody, if you get this before Shavuos, have a great Chag Sameach, a good Yom Tiv, and a good Shabbos right after, because one comes right after the other this week. Enjoy them. Have the most of them. Take what you can from them. Remember, you're closer to Hashem at this time than any other time. There's a connection that you don't have any other time of the year because it comes only on Shavuos every year. So every year we can take advantage of it and make our lives better because of it. Be well, my friends. God bless you. All the best.